I still remember the first panic attack that I ever had. It was during my freshman year of high school, on the very first day, actually. In my second period, there was a class that I had called AP World History, which, if you don't know, is a college-level course. For freshmen, that's kind of stupid, honestly. We sat down for that very first day, and because it's a college-level class, she gave us some stuff to do over the summer, just like a couple chapters of reading. And I think I did it. Like, I skimmed it. I didn't, really look into it, but I did read the material. Maybe I didn't learn it as well as I should have. But she drops us down a quiz. Day one. It's 3 questions, I think. 3 or 5 questions, I'm not quite sure. Short answer. You had to write out a couple sentences for each. She wanted them in paragraph form, 4 or 5 sentences. She hits it down. We go, and I look at it, and I'm like, all right. We can't flip it over yet, but I see this piece of paper on my desk, and I go, oh, okay, this should be something. She tells us, flip it over. You have 5 minutes. Go. To fill out 3 to 5 paragraphs of information. I look at the questions. I didn't know the answers. And I've always been very much of a straight A student, and that quiz scared the shit out of me. I looked at it, and for me, on that very first day of class, I was like, this is it. High school's going to kill me. I'm ruined, and I'm not as good as I was before. I don't actually remember if I did well on that quiz or not. I could have passed. I could have completely flunked it, but I don't remember. All I remember is staring at a bug on the floor while my hand shook so hard that I couldn't write the words to the answers, and I couldn't breathe. Welcome back to the #1 podcast in the world. This is Joey Offline, or if you can't tell by the bugs and this, I'm in the woods. I'm filming the music video for late September right now. This video will hopefully come out either the night late September is posted or the day after. And I want to talk a little bit about panic attacks. I typically have an idea of what I'm going to say in videos before I go into it. This one I just decided to start filming because I have about 10 more minutes of light than I expected to have at the end of the shoot. I've just finished it. And if you've seen the late September video, you might be wondering what it's about. I'll probably get into it either on a stream or some other thing. There's a couple things that it's about, but the main thing I want to talk about right now is panic attacks. I've been having panic attacks since freshman year of high school, like I mentioned, but really they only became frequent for about a 2-year period from the end of my senior year, or middle of my senior year, to my sophomore year of college. Probably about the past 6 months have been pretty good for me. I haven't really had any that I know of. I've had short spurts, but nothing that I would really consider a full-on panic attack. But I did have about a 2.5 year period where it wasn't great. I would have a lot of really, really bad attacks and moments of really heightened anxiety. And I think it's really important to talk about how they happen and how to get over them. I still don't really know. This is a different topic than usual that I like to talk about, which is probably why I'm even more rambly than usual. Let me get back on track. Give me a minute, because I'm not doing this again. I don't have the time or the energy or the emotional capacity to talk about my feelings again. So from senior year to mid-sophomore year of college, I probably at least once a week would have a moment where everything would kind of just stop. I've been told my whole life that my brain works in a really weird and a really fast way compared to other people, which is good in some ways. I can solve math problems really fast. But in other ways, it makes it so that I can't stop. I can't stop. My brain will just run at 100 miles per hour, thinking a million things even when I don't want it to. And a lot of times it becomes all-encompassing and very overwhelming. And that's typically where the panic attack starts. Something will set me off, and then my brain will just overload and start running 100 different things at once, to the point that I can't move. I can't see which is really strange. Like, I'm looking at something, but like I can't see what it is. It's very weird. And so anyway, the time frame of that, like I mentioned too many times now, this happened for about 2.5 years, and the timeline of it just so happens to generally coincide with the timeline of my last relationship, which is the other thing that late September is really about. My emotional state during that relationship. I think, bro, there was a bug or a bird that was screaming and then it all stopped at once. That was so scary. Chat, they're coming after me. They're coordinating attack. One day all the bugs are gonna come get me. I don't remember where I was. Late September. So the song of Late September is about panic attacks and this relationship. And when I was writing it, I kind of tried to structure it in the form, at least for me, that a panic attack takes. It starts really slow. Just this general, like, shake. It's very gentle. You barely even notice that it's there. And then it builds on itself. And then it builds on itself. And then it builds. And before you even realize what's happening, you're swept up in this thing. And it grows so exponentially to the point that it just explodes. Which is like, I think you can tell where the explosion is in the music video. At least in the music video. And surely in the audio. And then after the explosion kind of happens, you're living in this moment of just wind and not stopping, to reuse my own words. That you're just in this moment of go. It's not even a moment of go, because I'm not going anywhere. It's a moment of not stopping, of not being able to stop yourself. And then finally you get back into reality and you're able to kind of bring yourself back to life and stop thinking about it. Or not stop thinking about it, but at least stop breathing to the point. Like, stop breathing so hard, if that makes sense. Like, physically stop breathing so hard. I think it was really weird to write about, because I didn't ever expect to write something like it. I started writing the song like over a year ago. Really, I guess when things were at their worst. Is that a slug? Gross. Sorry. The bugs are making a home out of me. I've been talking about panic attacks for too long. I don't even remember what I was saying. The writing process. I wrote it like a year ago when I was really probably in the worst part of that, like, panic. I had still really been struggling to confront some feelings from like years ago that I ended up really working through with Red, believe it or not, and like the months that followed that. And I was dealing with something like in the present time with that present relationship, and I just needed to get it out. And that's like when it first started writing it. And then the rest of it I wrote in like February as sort of a retrospective of everything that I've been feeling. And it's really cathartic. I can't say the song itself has stopped the panic attacks, but I can say that the things that I'm talking about in the song, like the actual, because the words of the song are about certain real life events that have happened to me. I think those events that I'm talking about have really helped me calm myself down. With the panic, the thing that I've really just tried to do, which is easier said than done, is just cut out the things that stress me out, you know? I'm a naturally stressed person. Is it starting to rain again? Shut up. I'm a naturally stressed person, I'll be honest. There's never a point when I'm not, like, thinking about something or stressing about something. The first naturally gray hair that I grew was found when I was 18. Like, I grow natural grays a lot. I am just a being of stress, and I'm okay with that. But that being said, I am a being of stress, so it takes a lot to push me over from just being anxious to a full-blown state of panic. And typically when that happens, it's from something out of my control, like a person, like some big event that I can't do anything to fix, but I'm still upset about it regardless. And so for me, at least, I really try to honestly just get that thing or that person out. like, I know it's much easier said than done, like I said, but if there's something in your life that is, like, that you know is so unhealthy for you and really is, like, the thing, like, imagine, this is kind of what happened to me over the past year. Imagine you're staring at a train that is, like, not even coming towards you. Like, it's already hit you. And you're just kind of getting dragged, like, by this train that is just barreling you through. You're not dead yet, but it's, like, picking away at you from the force of the wind and, like, you getting dragged under the rails. Like, slowly pieces of you are, like, getting ripped away from you. And you know that. You can feel the train. You can feel how much it hurts. But for some reason, you just can't let yourself get off. Like, you can't separate yourself from that train. Even though you kind of want to, you also kind of don't. And it hurt, like, it's gonna hurt to remove yourself from it, because you're already, like, so suctioned to it, maybe, because it hit you so hard that, like, you're stuck to the train, and it's gonna hurt to remove yourself from it. But that's gonna hurt less than watching yourself fully get ripped up by the tracks and the wind, and it's gonna take a hell of a lot less time. I think that's what I've been doing over the past, like, couple months to a year, is trying to see what's wrong in my life, what's causing me this stress. Whether it was, at one point, whether it was pen, at another point, whether it was a relationship that I was in, at another point, maybe it's a friendship that I'll be in, maybe it's some project that I'm working on or some event that I need to do. If it's really causing me that much pain, it forces me to take a look and be like, is this even worth the pain and the frustration? Like, what am I getting from this? To use an example that I feel comfortable talking about, pen. I looked at that year of my life and I went, am I getting enough gain for the absolute torture that I'm going through? Like, the general depression that I'm in. And it wasn't worth it. So I left it. And I've done that a couple different times with a few different things, like I said, over the past year. Is it helping? I think so. Like I said, I really, like, I mean this genuinely. Sometimes I lie to you guys, but I mean it when I say, like, I haven't had a panic attack in a few months. I really, like, I can't say that I feel great yet, if that makes sense, but I don't feel as bad average. Like, I think my general average has gone up. And the outliers at the bottom of, like, the how I'm feeling thing, there's a couple outliers where the panic attacks are. I think most of them are gone, which is cool. A raindrop just fell right on my crotch. How did you manage that? Sorry, this video is all over the place. I've been yapping for 13 minutes, and I don't know if any of it's made sense, but I'm gonna recap, because, to be so for real, I don't even know what I'm saying. If you suffer from panic attacks, suffer from anxiety, I feel like most people in the present day do, which is fair. Like, the world is scary, and, like, it's really easy to get anxious about any number of 200 things that are going on, either in the world or just in your life. Like, everybody's life is stressful. Everybody's life has stuff. Either try to figure out a way to get that thing out of your life, or at least minimize it. If you can't control that thing, like, if there's nothing you can do to make it better, then there's no point in stressing over it, because you can't do anything about it. So why be afraid of it? I know all this, again, is easier said than done, but hey, there's only so much you can do. The other thing that I like to do a lot, before I go, is just take a few minutes and just sit somewhere. It sounds really stupid. A lot of things I'm saying right now sound really cheesy and dumb, but I'm not kidding. Like, moments like this. I know I'm yapping to a camera right now, but sometimes I'll just kind of find a spot and put my phone on silent, or at least, like, just not look at it. Like, I'll sit in my bed, or I'll lay on the floor, or I'll walk into the woods for some reason, and I will just try so hard to focus on nothing, because my brain, as I've said, moves so fast. I think it's best Is that a deer? No, it's just rain, sorry. Sometimes it's worth trying to get yourself to slow down and just focus on nothing. It is so hard. I'm gonna be so real. You're not gonna be able to do it right away. Even if you think you're focusing on nothing, you're not. You're focusing on nothing. It's really dumb. Don't worry about it. But just kind of like, if I sit here and I just study this tree in front of me that I don't even know if you can see, or this guy behind me, if I just sit here and focus on that for long enough, I don't know, I can get up in 5 minutes, be like, hey, didn't really do anything with that time, but I think I feel a little better. I don't know, anxiety is really weird and really stupid, and everybody's too anxious for their own good, and it's the worst. But there's so many ways to get through it, and I guess the nicest part about it is that literally everybody feels it. So if you think that you're alone in your anxiety in some way, promise you, you are not. Literally every single person you see in this world is anxious or self-conscious or nervous about something. Unless it's like Elon Musk or Donald Trump. Maybe they're anxious, they don't deserve to be. I'm kidding. Well, no, I'm kidding. But seriously, like, I don't know. I think it makes it a little bit easier to be so nervous or to feel like you're sinking when everybody else is right there with you. We're all on the world's biggest sinking ship, and with the time you have, you might as well play a song, damn it. We could be like the band on the Titanic. We're on the world's biggest sinking ship. Might as well play some music while we go down, you know? That's supposed to be positive, but it sounds really nihilistic. Anyway, I'm leaving. Please go watch Late September so many times because it took so long and I did so much work on it. And look at me. Please stream the song. Goodbye.